All right, guys, so I am working on our kids' room organization, finally. I do this all the time, and it just seems to go back to this crazy mess. Just kids bring home stuff, right? So a couple tips as we get started. First of all, I do this once every couple of months. So it's not like a once a year thing. You've got to keep up with it. It's just how you have to do it with kids because they just come home with stuff all the time. And so that is my first tip, is making sure that you make this a priority every couple months. Second thing, there's a reason we have tall shelves. We used to have everything at their level, you guys. When it's at their level, things just get thrown away at kids, I guess a kid's brain. They organize it the way that they want it to be, and so, which is usually not organized. So my biggest tip as far as keeping it organized is making sure that you have things, especially little things, like we have Army Men, a big bucket of Army Men. Those things used to ruin my life. They were everywhere. Legos, those kinds of things. Keep them up above their level. That way we have a take down and put up system. So when they want something down, they do have to ask me, which means I do have to come in here and get it down for them. They know not to climb and all of that to keep them safe. But we take it down and then we put it up after they're done. And so it prevents them from just taking down 1,000 things and dumping buckets everywhere, which is what they used to do. Important, I don't like bins that you can't see into. So I like to be able to see what's in there. That way, if someone's looking for something, we're not digging through things trying to find it. I feel like anything that has not a see-through outside is one of those bins that ends up getting just junk thrown into, and then you're kind of not thinking about it because it's out of sight, out of mind. The other thing, making sure that when they bring something home, we have a one in, one out rule, which we are not always good at enforcing, so I'm going to try to be better this year. But if they get a new stuffed animal, they have to get rid of an old stuffed animal. And I know that's kind of hard for some kids, and for me, sometimes I feel bad. But I'm just helping them realize that stuff is not that important, and that when we get something new, it's really important for us to love others and donate those items. And so that's kind of something that we've been doing. I mentioned Betty's earlier. I love our bedding from Betty's. It's really helped my kids learn the responsibility of making their own beds. And so pretty much everything we do in their room, Chore Day, this is their space. They are 5 and 6 now. They just turned 5 and 6, but we've been doing this since they were probably about 2, helping them remember that their space is their responsibility. And so I try not to clean up after them. I try to make that their responsibility. I try to make this something that they do. I have 2 bags starting the project. I have 1 bag for toys that I'm gonna donate. And then I have 1 bag for just trash, because we know that there's gonna be tons of pine cones and weird things inside these bins. So we're gonna do that. And then afterwards, I'm gonna try to label them. So let's get started. So I'm taking a little break because I have to go pick up the kiddos from school. This is where I'm at. But I have managed to get all the big toys into 1 bin instead of 2. So that's good. And then I'm just trying to figure out where everything else is going to go. This box is broken, so I'm going to get a new one. But the key when you're doing it when they're not home is to hide the evidence. So I'm going to take this to the car right now and get ready to bring it to Goodwill. Don't think I mean, I just know that they won't even notice. Seriously, if they ask about anything, I'll actually keep it in my car for a few days. If they ask about any of the items, I will bring them back out, but I guarantee they won't. So now that all the toys are organized, I've got this really old Electrotag by Dymo. It's dirty and gross, but this thing has been awesome. We use it for anything we're trying to organize. And I used it also for care school. I had to organize all my totes, and so this has been around for a long time. It goes in the baby's room. Anyway, so now I'm gonna label basically all of the boxes. I know that there are label makers that make bigger labels, but for now this is fine. So that's what it's gonna look like when I'm done. And then I can label all of the bins. So let's do that. So the final product is done. I organized everything and it looks so much better. I finally got rid of like a ton of stuff that I needed to get rid of. I've literally got like bags of trash. This is just trash. To prove it, a bunch of doodads that they will never know went missing. But I really want to share it with you guys. So check out my blog post to see the final result. uniquelytaylormade.com.